Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to draw a person riding a bicycle. We have done videos featuring a person riding a bicycle before, but this one is going to show a different kind of action. So we'll just determine some kind of work area here, and there's our path down which the bicycle is coming. We're going to draw the person atop the bicycle, of course, but in a very, very particular action. Now, we want to focus on the anatomy itself. The best way for this to get started is to put out the handle first. You could put the whole bike, but let's put out the handle because we want to make sure that the components that we are looking to fit into the picture do so without any problems. So we have a handle. Those are, let's say, those are brakes. And then on top of the handle we have one hand, second hand. Now you could give this one a shape like that, and we will mention in a second why we're going this way. And we work our way backwards. Now we will go 1, 2, so that's the elbow going into the shoulder, like that. Shoulder, hand, arm, upper arm, elbow, forearm. And the head will be somewhere here. Now we have all seen this action. It's a very, very, very common action. But you know, when you sit down and you draw this, it becomes it inspires like a different, I guess, like train of thought that, okay, we have all like done this and we have seen people do this, but when we are drawing it, it is giving us, all these different thoughts and angles that we need to work on. So we need this curvature going like that, and the lower body ends here. So there's a foreshortening in this particular action, and we should have mentioned from the outset that the purpose of this is to show a person riding the bike while pretty much like standing on the pedals. So we have seen that. We have seen, like, especially professional bike riding athletes, like who compete in the stunt shows, do this. So there's our handle, not the handle, the tire apparatus, of course, goes like that. The tire itself will go like that. It'll be an oval, of course, from this angle. The tire coming in to the view entirely not very important here, because it will be like that. So thicker here and smaller there, and of course there is all that framework inside that we want to put in. So we just put in the essential components. You can like work out the shape of the tire. I mean, that's how tall it has to be, how turned it is, straight it is. That's all determined down the line. Then we have this essentially going backward. Now we can work two ways. We can have this coincide with this, or this coincide with this. So if you want to, if it's more important for you, and if you're just doing an illustration, like a casual examination of how this works, so you could then, of course, the anatomy and the placement is the more important aspect, and we can, position the bike around the person's placement and the anatomy. So we'll do that because we are showing this person, like, kicking it while not sitting down on the rest of the bike. So there's the rest, means the seat. So there's the foot. Foot's direction, of course, is like that. That is the perspective. And the other foot will be somewhere back there. So it's like, kicking like up and down. So what we're having is, like, when we see perhaps people, like, going uphill, or especially, like, we don't see this downhill, because downhill it would really accelerate the bike, like, fast, like beyond control, if we do this, because this high kick action is supposed to work for to get more acceleration. So there is the rear wheel right around there, and that should be enough for landing the components. Of course, the seat perhaps somewhere here, depending on what perspective, what kind of seat we are looking to utilize, but it's not really even consequential in this particular frame. Now let's get some vibrant color and get a frame going. So no, let's actually draw the hands in first. So the hands, again, it's our choice. We could show it like that. So fingers, I think that actually works. We could show the same thing from this angle as well. Like, this angle means that let's move this handle over here, so we can show the hand going like that as well, right on, and then a hint of the thumb showing there, the knuckles right there, and then the hand going backward like that again in this direction. But I think this is better. Like, this is more like real. And the other hand, again, we have to curl around that handle, so we'll get a chance to show some of that thumb there. And that's about it. Now, of course, we'll have of course, this all depends on the frame of the person too. So there's the collar, the head. Now we can do a few things there too, and we will explore those in a second. This hand essentially foreshortened. And we will come, that is the ab structure right there. There's the lower body coming into view, and then we have the legs. Let's put those out. There's the knee. So foreshortening is there. And that leg at the back going through the frame with the foot landing somewhere there. We can show the whole thing if you want, and see how that like works. And then, of course, the all important pedals and the pedal rests right there. That'll coincide somewhere into the framework there. And then the other pedal, of course, going down this one is like up, this one is like down, showing it with that same type of placement right there somewhere. The bike itself, of course, I mean, it looks like a mess right now, but it's this is how we really like work around with the options. We can have that other leg kick out somewhat, but not really necessary, because it's more natural to see this. If this goes up, like if there's a bend in the knee right here, and the foot comes up here somewhere, then this foot will go a bit down. That's how it is, like, you know, kick up, kick down. So right here, the head, you can position it right there. So this head can right here look straight up, and I think it makes for, so there's the perspective there, the placement. So nose, eyes, mouth, jaw, ear. So, you know, makes for a little more dynamic placement. And that arm, the one that is tucked in there, can even be foreshortened more. So we can just pull that back in and then come in like that as well. Like different options. Like there's so many placements that we can do. We can also do this. Get the arm like right out and come in like that. So I mean, it looks like a mess right now. What we're going to do is choose any one of these placements and see if we can put some practical swag on this person quickly, so that we can see this a little more clearly as we round up our exercise. I'm pretty sure that you will agree with me on the aspect of this illustration, that is, or this particular pose, that this is a very, very often seen, I guess, you know, routine that is now taken for granted. So we could give the person like a backpack, let's say. So backpack and, you know, hoodie with the strings if you want. So going with the second option that I have put out, putting in some tones right there into the jersey, and there's the hands. And putting on a cap and a hoodie. Look at that. Putting on a cap and a hoodie around the person. Well, we're now making it like see-through here between the bike, and I know that it's let's just put the guy all out. Right, and there we have it. Then of course we can add the details as we want, depending on what he's wearing and or she's wearing. there we have it. Person like, riding a bike in that extending type of kicking action, and all those wonderful different options. Thank you for watching. So we put out content generally every day, so please subscribe and keep in touch. Have yourself a wonderful day.